Sir Hans Capon of Lipa, Lord of Rata. That is, almost.
A nobleman, sir?
It's, well, a little complicated. Basically, my father, God rest his soul, bequeathed his estate to me when I come home.
Ah. What's
Siema.
complicated about that, sir?
Nothing. And everything. But the thing is, it's up to a bunch of nobles that my father appointed to decide when I'm of age.
You seem quite adult to me, sir.
Yeah, I should think so. But they keep dragging their heels about it. They'd have to meet up to decide. And it's either, oh, it's too far to travel, or some are on their last legs and they just don't want to do it. If things were normal, I could present my claim to the king and he'd confirm my adulthood. Only our king is being held captive in Austria by his own brother. And I'm still almost...
Siema.
Is locked up?
Yes. Sigismund had him at gunpoint. Have you not heard of it? Where? Kind of back.
Well, right here, in the woods near Shelleyov. Almost a noble, sir.
Ah, yes. Please excuse...
Wpadłem popatrzeć.
I meant no offence. It was, just, Look who's finally up! Henry! Come and join us!
Siadam.
Good morning, Henry! You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you, too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
All the more cause for merrymaking! Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course. I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bojena told me what happened here yesterday. That's the third time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The third time? What in God's name happened the first two times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
Pewnie.
Well, there was this time when me and Hans had some fisticuffs in the tavern, and for punishment, I had to accompany him on the hunt.
And I shot a bull.
And made it mad. And when Hans chased after the wounded animal, he got caught by a human patrol.
Humans?
You haven't come across them? They're savages from the Hungarian lands. The core of Sigismund's army. Who knows what heathen gods they pray to? They hold nothing sacred. They pillage, rape, and murder. They razed my hometown of Skalitz to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleyov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's
To jest
just
na
what I
żywo.
heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. But what could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well,
Lilo.
as I said, they took him captive.
There must have been 10 of them. I hadn't a chance.
You must have been seeing double.
Nie,
As I recall,
nie wiem, skąd mogę wiedzieć.
That just proves how well you can count.
Wszystkie,
Besides, they were armed to the
wszystkie dziewczyny na mnie warczą.
Might as well have been 10.
whatever.
5 minut siedzę. 5, dosłownie 5 minut.
I managed to free Sir Hans.
By the modest, you got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, al dentes.
Fortuna juvat.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
Ah, it's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favours the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
Ah, but you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
The foe took the castle by subterfuge, and we planned a counterattack.
Under the cloak of darkness, we scaled the mighty walls of Talmberg Castle to get inside and open the portcullis to our brothers-in-arms who were poised and ready to attack.
And we almost succeeded. Only, along the way, Sir Hans here took an arrow to his noble seat.
Seat? He got shot in the backside.
My upper thigh, actually.
Backside it was. But that's no joke either. It's not easy to run with an arrow stuck in your arse. If I hadn't carried him...
I admit it, you saved my arse.
Well, now, you two have been through a thing or two. As far as I can tell, it really was his backside and not his thigh. I examined Hans and saw the scar for myself. But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
A opowiadają o swoich dawnych przygodach.
No, true. I'll never forget you for dragging me all the way here from the lake.
You're quite welcome. The Lords of Lipa do not leave their friends in the lurch.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things. But I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Geleoth, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll
To był
prepare a
tamten
bit of
zamek.
food for you, for your journey.
But Jeanne, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
Ah, but I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that axe and spade. We can't manage without them.
Yes, of course.
No, myślałem, że dostaję tą siekierę.
Jeanne.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see. It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavana. This'll come in handy.
No doubt. But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right. We're very glad we met you. And we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
As Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing arts. And you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the House of Lipa for all time. If you should ever find yourself in need, the doors of Perkstein shall always be open to you.
Thank you,
No, ale
sir.
robimy je do końca jeszcze. No,
I'm
chleb.
not sure I could find the way to Perkstein.
No, chleb dawaj, chleb.
Hopefully we'll never need to take up your offer.
Boczek. Ten
Sorry for coming late, Ma. I got held up in Troskowitz.
Of all places. And it's not the first.
Is anything interesting happening around these parts?
Them bandits is riding roughshod over the place. It's about time Lord von Burgau rousted them out, but I reckon you know something about that, huh?
You got that right.
And there's to be a big wedding. Young Lord Semon's gonna marry the daughter of the bailiff of Troskowitz, Thrush. That's the biggest thing happening. Apart from that, a band of nomads turned up here. They got a camp somewhere down by the pond.
You said you'd shoot arrows at the Cumans. You can use a bow.
Yeah, pretty handy with it. I train up there on the cliff whenever I have a free moment. And the hares hanging in Ma's kitchen didn't just walk in by themselves. If they'd let me take part in the tournament at Trusky Castle, I'd beat all the men hands down, but that'll never happen. So I have to make do with hares and a straw mannequin.
Dobra.
I'll be with you.
Nothing against the hospitality of the good women folk here, but I want to get to Trosky Castle right away.
What about the rest of our company? Could someone else have got away?
You saw for yourself. They didn't stand a chance. But you're right, we shouldn't just leave it at that. As soon as we get to Trosky, I'll make sure they get a proper Christian burial and their souls find peace.
And when we get back to Ratai, we'll have a mass served for them.
You're right. They were damned good lads. I've known Oates since childhood. Damn it.
What about Mutt? He's bound to be looking for us, and we can't just abandon him.
Henry, I like your dog, but that's not our priority right now.
He saved my skin.
So did I. First Trosky, von Bergov and the mission, then we can look for your dog.
All right. But the moment things are sorted out, I'll go looking for him.
I'd expect no less of you. So, should we get going?
Hold on a bit. Before we hit the road, there's something you should know. I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
I tell you, I saw him there.
Of course, Henry. I know you have accounts to settle with him, but that's nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund's service and is harassing his opponents. And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. So Toth's hardly going to attack his people. It was dark. God knows what you saw.
I saw him, the bastard, and I'll get him.
Yes. We'll surely get him one day. I promise you. And your sword, too. But I don't think either of them are around here. You're still my protector, though, so you need a weapon right away. Here you go. You never know.
Thanks. I hope I won't need it.
Well, as do I. But better to have it than nothing. Come on, let's get going. Your mind will turn to better things along the way.
Tak, góry stoją. Za chwilę, no. Jak ja mam to powiedzieć Sigom?
Oh, I hope they've got a
Miga,
good physician at this castle.
chodź na chwilę.
Or at least a barber. I mean, that old
Krzywu jesteś? Chodź Inga. Mów. Tu wujka, czekaj chwilę.
Urodzinową rocznicę zapraszam na urodzinową rocznicę, czy co?
No mów, zapraszam. Zapraszam
Zapraszam
na urodziny
na urodziny
15 lutego
15 lutego w sobotę.
Rodzice też będą robić rocznicową imprezę w tym samym czasie.
Rocznicową imprezę w tym samym czasie? No co?
Zrozumiałeś? No mamy rocznicę też, nie? W tym samym czasie, no to coś tam pasowałoby. No tak się to składa, no, razem.
got me on my feet.
To Patrycy wina
I
akurat.
don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't beat an educated man of medicine.
No.
And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed. And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed.
Nie wpuszczam ich.
Zapraszam na urodziny 15 lutego.
Open up! I bear an urgent message for your liege lord.
15. Zapraszamy na urodzinową, rocznicową takiej, nie wiem.
Nie gadaj, że nas nie wpuszczą.
Nie wiem, co z tego wyjdzie. Ale takie...
Hear me!
Co wyjdzie, to będzie.
Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Ja, jasne, tak. Ja tu w ogóle ludzi do siedzenia nie wiem.
O,
Jeszcze nie wiem, bo jeszcze mówię ci, ja jest tak ogarniamy wcale na razie, więc... Prezent! No, masz przynieść prezent dla Lady.
nie.
Fucking shit! You fucking cunts!
No możecie przyjść, ale czy was puści, to już wie.
Do you know who I am? No, we fucking don't! I am Sir Hans Capon
Nie, wcześniej myśmy chorzy byli.
of Perkstein, heir to Ratai! Now, look here, you filthy beggar!
Tak, tak.
I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. Envoy.
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
Dobra.
I'm getting in, whether you like it or not.
Get your shitty hands off me! No, wait. Wait, one moment!
What the fuck was that?
So now what?
There's only one thing we can do.
Nie. Nie.
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
Oh, she's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars, and we stink even worse.
What the fuck was all that at the gate? You try to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Oh, different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
Well, I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
And the first thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
Co jest gra?
Oliwia cię już namalowało, więc ty jej musisz coś namalować.
So we'll earn some.
Earn?
I'm not afraid of work. And we're gonna need every groschen we can get.
Już idę.
Zaraz wracam. Miałam fona trochę, to trwało, lekko uśmiechnięta twarz. Siema. Wpadłem popatrzeć. Zaraz wracam. Miałem fona trochę, to trwało, lekko uśmiechnięta twarz.
Oh.
Take for you to earn a few groschen. And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
I suppose you're right. We'd be taken for total idiots.
Well, you could shrug that off. But me, we've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas, instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
It's not your fault they died. Don't blame yourself.
We have to take care of their bodies at least. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Pagenes. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food. About bloody time.
Here we are. Gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Cheers. What is it?
It's that woman from the pond.
Or the one you gave us away for?
Right there, that witch. Wench!
What I tell you? What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
Sorry to interrupt.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment.
Ended up
I heard some
but
talk
that
about
toe rag only gave me the innards. What do you expect?
What was that?
Daddy's wounded.
Oh, 10 minutes men were attacked by bandits. Most of them are dead.
Jesus Christ!
Lord von Berghoff is beside himself and won't allow his soldiers out the castle.
Aha! So that's why they sent you for the wine. Wait a moment then. I'll be right.
It's not a bad idea. Let's hear it.
Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on. Are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole? What are you gaping at?
No, kur...
Struck dumb by my loveliness, are you?
We saw each other by that pond.
What pond? I haven't been at any pond.
Yes, you were. You were attacked there by some bandits. You, some other women, and us too.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle, and I wasn't at any pond.
And I have no idea why you're trying to deny it. I saw you with my own eyes. You were washing laundry there with some other girls.
Well, I reckon you weren't looking too much at faces, eh? Clear off, you lecher.
Here's your wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Look, please. I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the King's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again!
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
Why are you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
What for?
To get to work. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you'll work your debt off, like I said.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house. But as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's why I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go mouldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
All right, we'll do it. Carrying a few sacks won't kill us. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right, we'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
Ratai.
Ratai. Ratai. That rings a bell. I ain't been further than the back off me whole life, but I know this place inside and out.
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Ah, nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Sameen is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truscovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets hitched to a bathhouse wench.
Who is this Sameen?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Sameen. The fort in the village belonged to him. Old Jan Sameen is the head of the family, and his son's called Olda. And it's him who's getting itched. There used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Sameen, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth.
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. Young Svaja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart.
I'll go and discuss it with my friend then.
And careful with them sacks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that. What can I get for you?
She stamps and bites when she's upset.
Oh, I feel a bit sick.
Easy does it. Deep breath. We'll talk about it later. What did I do to you?
Greetings to you.
Likewise, lad.
I haven't seen you here before. Where are you from?
I fled from Silver Scarlets.
Silver Scarlets? You people mine silver there?
Aye. Well, we did. Until Sigismund attacked us.
Bugger me.
He needs coin for his troops, so he goes after the silver. The sly ginger fox. Even the Kuttenbergers surrendered to him not long ago, I heard.
Did you lot surrender to him as well?
He'd have had to talk to us first. They just attacked, burnt down the village, and slaughtered most of the people.
I'm sorry to hear that. May God welcome their souls. Thank Christ we've been spared that kind of misfortune so far, eh, Radovan?
That's because they have silver, and we ain't got shit, Crazel.
Good point.
What do they call you, lad?
I'm Henry.
So, Henry, What was it you were after?
Since you've joined us.
I'm looking for work.
And what can you do?
I can do a lot of things. But mainly, I'm a blacksmith.
Bugger me. A blacksmith, you say? That makes two of us. And my apprentices have just vanished along with my goods, the bastards. When I'm swamped with work, let's shake on it.
Why work in the smithy when you can work in my mill? The job's cleaner and less grueling.
Oi, I asked him first.
My own pa was a blacksmith, so I spent my whole childhood at the forge. I know how to handle a hammer and bellows.
Bugger me. That's a lot more than the last lot I had. Whenever you're passing by that way, drop into my forge in Takov and ask for Radovan. That's me.
I heard there's going to be a big wedding in these parts. What do you know about it?
That's right. A big affair in Sameen.
Everyone wants to go.
And anyone who's not invited is trying to worm their way in somehow. Not me, though. I couldn't give a toss.
Because you weren't invited, eh?
Of course I was invited. But what do I care about young Sameen and the bailiff's lass? We're all just playthings in God's hands. One day, our earthly bonds will vanish in time, like smoke.
Trying to sound clever again, are you, Crazel?
All I'm saying is that these petty affairs of men leave me cold.
So that, it's going to be big. Even Lord von Burgo himself is going to be at the wedding. And he hardly ever shows his face in public.
So, how can I get to the wedding?
The best thing would be to find a job that we needed there.
Aye. There's always lots of hands needed at a wedding. As the hours pass and the guests raise their goblets, they'll lower their guard.
Bugger it. Cut the mysterious horse shit. You'll scare the lad. Look, if I'm satisfied with you in the smithy, I can guarantee you'll be at the wedding.
Or, if you came to help me at the mill, I'll get you there as well.
Keep your nose out, Crazel. The lad wants to work for me. It's his family trade, so don't try to mess with his head.
Well, maybe he'll change his mind.
About that job.
I look forward to seeing you at the Takov smithy.
I haven't been here before, and I'd like to learn something about this region.
What's there to say? It's not a bad place to live.
It's usually peaceful, thank God. I don't like too much excitement.
You've got good reason to hide, I reckon.
That's enough of your mudslinging. It's actually good to live in an estate where the Lord's away most of the time.
That's true. Just a couple of villages, rocks, fields, not even a church worth the name, in fact. That's despite Otto van Burgo being one of the kingdom's most powerful nobles. The darkest place is under the candlestick, as they say.
When his lordship isn't in these parts, his chamberlain stands in for him. Ulrich von Schaumburg's his name.
I saw him on the gate tower, when he sent us packing like beggars.
Aye, he's a right haughty bastard. On the other hand, he can be negotiated with.
If you can get to him.
So it's peaceful here. Is that all?
Aye. Except there's more trade right now because of the wedding.
But we'll be back to our old ways in a month from now. Thank God.
I've got to be going.
Wait, there's something else I want to ask. What brought you all the way from Scarlet's? And who's that companion of yours?
We were straightforward with you, so don't be shy and tell all.
It's a long story. What I will say is that fella who looks like he sleeps in a dung heap is Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. We were supposed to deliver a message to Lord von Burgov at Trotsky. We set up camp down by the pond, and in the evening we were attacked by bandits. They slaughtered our men. It was only through luck that we saved our skins. We lost everything, even the letter. So they wouldn't let us into the castle.
Can't say I'm surprised. I'd send you packing myself. But it's true, there's bandits marauding in these parts. They're getting bolder and bolder. Even attacked a patrol from the castle recently.
Aye, These are evil times. Nothing ever happened like that in King Charles's day.
Farewell then, Henry.
Farewell.
Of course. Who else?
What do you mean?
Aye. Here's got a flow. When the time comes. Sorry? I'll take her to the butcher. And the more I think about it...
Greetings. Are you the bailiff's son?
Hi, that's me. Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, son of Sir Radzig Cobbler of Dvorets.
That's a long name. I'll probably forget after a few tankards anyway. What do you want? You don't think you're gonna wangle some coin out of me, do you?
Fajny klimat jest w tej gierce.
Ask away. I have plenty of time.
What's going on here in the region apart from that?
Apart from the bandits? Nothing much. Life's peaceful enough. The war has steered clear of us, thankfully. Lord von Berghoff is respected throughout the kingdom. But high politics is nothing for me. I don't stick my nose into it.
I heard there's going to be a big wedding in these parts.
Aye, that's true. My sister is marrying young Lord Sameen. A big affair. Guests from the whole region will come. Maybe from as far away as Gutenberg. Even von Berghoff will come. That's how important our family is.
Look, I need to pass on an important message to von Berghoff. But I can't get into the castle because of what happened to us. Do you think you could...
Invite you? Not a chance. I don't know you from Adam.
It would only be for a while.
Look, loads of lackeys like you will be needed at the wedding. Try asking for a job. I'm not saying you're sure to get to von Berghoff that way, but you can try.
Thanks. I have to be off.
Wait a moment. Since you're here, do you play dice? It occurred to me we could roll a few. What do you say?
Oh, I've got nothing to wager.
That's a shame. It's no fun if there's nothing at stake. You know what? If you beat me, we'll work something out with the wedding.
You'd invite us, you mean?
You'd have to beat me first. And that's not going to happen.
We'll see about that. Let's play.
You really are desperate to get to the wedding, huh?
Fucking fucker!
Oh!
No. No dawno.
Fortuna, may the best player win.
No. No.
Why the long
Just
just got this nasty premonition. What premonition? I've got a barrel of ale at home. I'm afraid it'll go bad on me soon. Someone should really do something about that.
Don't drag it out. I want to play too, you know.
Hej, skończ jeśli będą spać.
Jak? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
zjadłaś w ogóle cokolwiek?
A.
Iga, zjadłaś coś? Co? Przeze mnie.
No dobra.
I was wondering if you'd lend me your bullock when it's time to sow winter grains. I need to plow too, you know. What if you lent me the bullock on the Lord's Day? You're not going to
Dobra.
Sunday, are you? No. Then what should you? Except I don't have a bullock. You won't lend me yours on any
What are
other
you
day.
waiting for? Hell to freeze over?
Well, me one.
A, przepraszam, dobra. Jedynki i piątki, dobra.
Dobra, no. Koniec.
If I was you, I'd take it.
Olivia!
Ja!
These ones here.
Szkła. No ja, jasne.
Damn it! They're yours, lad.
No idź, ulicą.
Have you lost your mind? You're gonna lose everything. Let it be now. I want to play too, you know.
Trzeba ryzykować. Tak! Tak! Dobra.
These ones here.
Pewnie.
Finally!
That was a pretty poor show, fella.
Well, what can you do? Dice is mainly about luck.
Bollocks it is. You need to use your head. Oh well. Maybe we'll have a rematch someday. when you get a hold of some groschen.
What about a rematch right now? With the same wager?
No chance. The offer doesn't stand anymore. You'll have to find a different way to get to the wedding.
What did I do to you?
Ty o tam.
Oh, drink that beer.
Drwal. Parobek. Muzykant. A, drwal.
How are you?
Could be better.
Super.
Taking their time again. A large beer for me.
Disposition.
I talked to that woman from the pond.
So I noticed, and you took your time coming back to me. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Bergov is about to leave the castle.
Sacra! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down. Let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Sir...
Moment.
The son of a respected nobleman from nearby Semine Fort, is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, the local bailiff. It's the talk of the town. An invitation only, it seems. But getting to the wedding isn't as impossible as it might seem. There'll be lots of jobs to do for it. So we could get there as help for the blacksmith, or miller, and maybe someone else.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like Von Bergov will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't be a problem, because you've got a cunning plan, right?
Like I said, there's going to be a lot of work involved in a wedding like that. That's our chance.
Work. Well, if you want. But how will you get me to the wedding?
Well, I thought we could both get jobs there.
I'm sure there are other options.
there's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
And we can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my noble piss? I can't work. I'm a noble. What if someone saw me?
Nie moja wina. Ale zdrowie. Dobra.
All right, I understand. I'll carry them by myself.
I'm glad you know your place.
Although,
Co ty, kurde?
a couple of sacks wouldn't kill you, eh?
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laboratoris, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. And Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitchfork or carry sacks? That's against God and nature.
So, which do I belong to?
Good question. Before I'd have said you were a peasant, but it turned out that you're a noble's bastard. And you're pretty handy with a sword. And you've even been in a monastery.
Muszę tą kamerę przesunąć.
I'd rather forget about that.
You're a bit of everything. But if you get your hands dirty with labour, it wouldn't be such an offence against divine order as in my case. Pure blood, noble status and that. In short, be so kind as to get to work. I promise I'll make it up to you.
I'm on it.
Thanks again for accepting it with humility. And fear not, friend, I'll repay the favour.
How? Well, giving me a large estate?
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your dog. As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice. Although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that.
That would be kind of you.
I knew you'd be pleased.
O ja. Czypam dalej w kości. Dobra. Zobaczymy mapkę. Co my tu mamy? Ciekawe miejsce. Zanieść worki. Dobra. Zanieśmy te worki.
The innkeeper told me we should move the sacks.
So what are you waiting for? I'm bored to death already. I'll move each sack so you can get a better grip on it. But don't expect no more from me.
Oof! That isn't half heavy.
We're getting somewhere at last.
Service is kind of slow today.
Ja to mam gdzieś, kurwa. Zobacz, czy wchodziła w drogę? A, to... No, co tu zapierniczyć? pewnie. No, dawaj. Pewnie nie mam wytrychu. Wiem. Ale że coś tu miałem. Kaptur, ale brudny krwią. No. No, cześć. Mocne buty. Dobra. No tu.
How are things at home? Calm down a bit?
Aye, the celebration's all been done with. Everything's going well. I'm in a fine fettle. It's almost odd how well things are going.
Oh, please. Enjoy
One
the
beer.
peace and quiet while it lasts.
See, that's what bothers me. That it ain't
To
like this
success.
all the time.
You sure ain't easy to please.
Aye, I get a bad feeling.
I've just got this nasty premonition. What premonition? I've got the barrel of hail. Look out! Someone should really do something.
Yes, you did.
How's it going?
Both of it. What a friend's for, if not to help.
That's what you said last week. And the one before yet.
Dare you?
Good for you.
I'm
Thicker
the son
damage
of
drives
the
out the
bailiff.
black bile and puts your fluids in balance.
What fluids?
Saturn and Jupiter are in a bad constellation.
Što kurde. Nie muszę bić. Wiedziałem.
Say it again.
It was their own fault.
What do you mean? They attacked themselves? What the fuck are you trying to say?
Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trusky. Making camp in such an unprotected place is suicide.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smart-ass?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond. Only a fool would do that.
But calm down, both of you.
I'm perfectly calm. It's your chum here who's ranting and raving.
Pack it in, Henry. There's no point in arguing with this yokel. He fancies himself as a military strategist.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you surviving a fight against bandits even von Berghoff himself has trouble with?
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding.
Did you hear what that lying nobody wants?
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein.
You're starting to bore me. You and your silly made-up name.
No apology, then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Oh, I'm so scared.
That's enough. Cut it out, both of you.
Mind your own business. Take your ragamuffin friend and get the fuck out of our village.
I give you a chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me. Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
Oh, I'd like to see that. Come on, then.
You scum!
Dawaj. Tak.
It was him.
You should have fucking stayed out of it.
Yeah! Don't
I'm wounded.
Dawaj mu.
Let him have it!
Now you fucked up.
Zeig, was du drauf hast.
I'll have your ass off.
Slice him off! Let him have it!
I'll be done with you in a flash.
Come on, then.
Shame on you!
You know much for us,
Sir?
fucker.
What do you want?
What's it to be, you wretch?
Send my greetings to the devil.
Come on, come on, come on.
Bad luck.
Los?
Tak.
Slice him up!
This is unbelievable.
Nein! Zeig, was du drauf hast.
Take that fucker out, damn it.
On you!
Hey, now you fucked up.
Take that! Let him have it! Go!
I'll rip your ass open.
This won't end well.
Scheiße! You won't get me!
Tak. Cool, wiedziałem.
What the hell is going on here? Grab them vagabonds.
No. Coraz lepiej.
This will cost you dearly. Keep your mouth shut and don't make it worse.
What?
You behave like a spoilt brat. How dare you speak... Oh. You know, if you just shut up and done some work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle. But no, not his lordship. You've got a nerve. If you hadn't have played the hero, we'd have been there long since, and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that mess. Oh yeah, because this isn't a mess, is it? Fuck off.
Shut up. You'll get a whipping too.
Just who the hell do you think you are?
I'm sorry, sir, but it's your fault what happened in the tavern.
What? My fault? You can't be serious. Whose fault is it that we're in this fucking pillory?
What? Who started quarrelling with the locals in their tavern? You should have listened to me and calmed down.
And let him insult me. Fat chance. If it hadn't been for me, we wouldn't have even been in that tavern. We've been in the shit right from the start because you had to play at being the knight in shining underwear, saving damsels in distress.
I don't believe it. You're trying to put the blame on me? Just like that?
Who else is to blame? You're just a simple peasant who has no idea how the world works.
Hey, let's just stop all this arguing. It'll just make things worse.
Fuck you. I've had it up to here with you. With you and your pontificating. You were supposed to make sure nothing went wrong. And how did that turn out? It was me who had to save your life. You're fucking useless. You couldn't even keep an eye on your own mutt.
That's enough. Don't you fucking realise how badly you've been wronging me all this time? I bend over backwards for you. I tolerate all your stupid fucking whims. And what do I get? Insults and accusations. But right from the start, you acted like you were on some nobleman's outing. All you cared about was whoring and boozing. You know full well the ambush was your fault, and now you're kicking out so you don't have to admit it.
What do you...
Let me finish. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth like you, but unlike you, I'd have managed to deliver that message. That's because I'm responsible and know how to behave in a way that doesn't make me feel ashamed. In a way that would make my parents proud of me.
Which parents do you mean? Radzig?
Aye, Radzig, let's say. Nobody could be proud of you, Capon. Nobody.
We'll see who's proud of who.
Right, ladies. Time to go home. But I swear to Christ, if I catch you again, I'm gonna skin you both alive. Isn't that Master Otto?
Hey! Go, 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 go!
I chuj.
Oh, shit. Right, where were we? Go on, get out of my sight. What are we gonna do?
You can do as you like. You can go and carry sacks or dig latrines. I'll look after myself. I'll go and see Lord von Bergov at the wedding. I bid you farewell.
Alright. Yeah. If I were in your shoes, I'd be glad to be rid of the good for nothing, eh? Yeah. Alright, off you go.
To za kowal. Dobra, włączam kamerę, bo mnie wkurza. Zasłania mi wszystko. No kurwa.
I suppose I really do need to find some job. I'll find muck without you, you stuck-up Lord of Perkstein.
Zaś nic nie mam? Ja mam. Myślałem.
You're Henry, right? Or was it the other one? Hey, over here. Are you?
Bara.
What's your story?
What would you say? Right now, I'm slightly scruffy nothing.
But I don't have any money. Look at me. I don't have anything at all.
I don't want anything from you. I should actually be thanking you.
Uh-huh. For what?
I've been begging for alms here for days, but I didn't make any real coin till today. And that's thanks to you. The scene you made brought out nearly all of Troskowitz.
You don't have to thank me. I could have done without it. And that fracas in front of the tavern as well.
Oh well, not many people can make such a strong first impression. But look on the bright side.
Hmm?
Now things can only get better.
Yes, you're probably right. It doesn't get much worse than that. Unless somebody tries to kill me. Again.
You're still alive in one piece. It's a new day and the sun is shining. Like Tomcat always says, bruises build character.
Do you know anything more about Tomcat?
They say he's a master swordsman, but a real joker too. He loves showing off to girls.
Do you think Tomcat might teach me a few of his tricks?
No offence, but compared to him, you're a bit of a lightweight.
I don't want to pull wagons, but if he can handle a weapon, I'd be happy to train a little with him.
Well, one of the guards tried to take him on and came back whipped like a dog, moaning like he'd been broken in two.
Well, sure. If he's that strong, I'm not surprised.
More like some trick he's got that our watch doesn't know. Or at least that's what the poor man said.
Where might I run into Tomcat?
In the camp by the tower. That is, by Rock Tower Pond. He watches the camp for the nomads.
Should I watch out for them?
No, I don't think so. They mind their own business, but strangers usually mean trouble for them, so they're careful. Try not to stare too hard and hold your tongue, otherwise Tomcat...
Uciekam, trzymaj się.
No, na razie. Cześć, Robert.
Hey, you. What's your name, anyway? What do you do?
I'm Bara. Just Bara.
Looks like you know your way around here pretty good. You're from here, right?
I ain't. I'm just passing through.
Why exactly are you helping me?
Why? Why? Because you look like you need it. I've been in the ship plenty of times, and I know how appreciated a helping hand is in times like that.
Co to? Co?
Where are you headed? If you're only passing through here.
For work, to the city. I'm tired of serving landholders. They all promise the moon, but then you're eating stale bread, cold porridge, and a nary a groschen in sight. With the city folk, it's bound to be better.
You said you're going to a city. You mean like to Prague? Or somewhere further?
I'd like to go to Prague, but I don't know anybody there. In Kuttenberg, at least I have a cousin.
Aha. So you're going to visit her?
Well, she doesn't know it yet. But I won't be troubling her long, just until I find a way to make a living.
What do you want to do in the city?
I'll find something. I'm not afraid of work. I'm not half-witted. Maybe someone could use a cook or a servant.
Don't get your hopes up. The city can be a pretty dangerous place for a girl on her own.
You mean they don't hand out groschen by the bucketful? And the streets aren't full of roasted stuffed geese? I appreciate your concern, but I have to get to the city first. That's going to take me a long while yet.
You're something like a wanderer?
Nah, I usually find work with someone, stay for a while, and once I save a bit, I move on.
Then why are you begging here?
Sometimes I collect herbs for the apothecary, or help in the tavern. But I'd like to go somewhere else, so I'm scraping up whatever I can. But on the whole, you could say I'm a traveller, or a nomad. But don't say it too loud, the locals don't take kindly to them.
Why?
Because they're different, and it scares people. They travel from place to place and take their home with them.
I'd like to see what their homes look like.
You can go and see them, just don't stare too long.
It's no wonder nobody wants anything to do with me. I look like a vagrant.
At least you're not walking around bare-arsed. Although that might not be a sorry sight.
Ah, very funny. I'd rather you tell me where I might get some clothes.
And what do you have in mind? Brocade and satin, a monk's robe, or perhaps Sir Brunswick's armour?
I could use some armour. Proper, like, for a night. And no rusty junk.
And you are like a knight?
Well, yeah. I don't look so good. But I swear I came here in armour, sword at my side, and on a horse.
Wow. And where is your armour, sword, and horse now?
That's a long story. And it's not a happy tale.
Well, you can hardly buy new armour now, but you might find something in the town hall armoury, although you'll need quick hands.
Thanks. These'll come in handy.
Just don't get yourself caught again.
Do you know where I might find accommodation?
Betty in the tavern lets people sleep in the hay, but you have to pay.
I'm not going near that tavern. I'd catch hell again. Got any other ideas?
If you find some work, maybe you'll get a place to sleep too.
God be with you, my friend.
I have no money. I might as well beg on the village green like you.
The hell you will. This is my turf. Here you go. I'll skip supper. It's partly your doing anyway.
Wow. I mean, thank you. Seriously.
Yeah, don't start crying. You'd better find some work quick.
Oh well. It was nice to meet you, but I should probably get going. Get a job, and so on.
Don't worry, you'll manage. Till we meet again.
Good day to you.
God bless. What would you like?
As the local scribe, you know a lot of things, right?
Say so? In this province, not a squirrel farts without my knowing.
Right. So, if I needed to get something, you'd certainly be able to tell me where, right?
Depends on what you're looking for. Don't involve me with anything dishonorable.
No, don't worry. I'm just looking for some armor.
Armor? Well, unless you want to join von Burgau's retinue, I don't think I can help you. But try Radovan, the blacksmith in Tachov. He might at least sell you an iron helmet.
You don't know of anything better?
Aha! So, the good man is a connoisseur, eh? And how would Prince Brunswick's armor suit you?
Whose armor?
Oh, it's just a local legend.
What legend?
It's hard to explain. There are actually 2 legends, or even 3. Well, it doesn't really matter. Why are you so interested anyway? Fine armor like that belongs in the hands of a knight.
That may be true. But even the finest armor has to pass through the hands of the master blacksmith who forged it. Well, I might be only an apprentice, but that's all the more reason I should take an interest in such things and learn something.
Aiming a bit high, starting with knightly armor, aren't you? How about starting with horseshoe nails, eh?
Excuse me?
All right, no need to lose your temper, I'll tell you. In short, they say the armor of ancient Bohemian Prince Brunswick is hidden here, waiting for some valiant knight to find it. I don't believe it, of course. After all, I'm educated. But you'd be surprised how many fools have set off to find it.
Who exactly was this Brunswick?
You don't know, lad? Educate yourself. Brunswick was a famous Czech prince who won the lion for our country's coat of arms.
Really? How is it that I've never heard of him?
Perhaps because he never existed. Prince Vladislav II got the lion for our coat of arms for helping Emperor Frederick I, known as Redbeard.
But you just said that...
Brunswick is just a legend, but a quite lovely one, I'll give you that.
Could you recount for me the legend of Brunswick?
Well, why not? Brunswick was a valiant Bohemian prince. He lived in a time when our country had an eagle on its coat of arms, but that wasn't good enough for him. So he decided to head out into the world and gain the mark of a more powerful animal.
A man after my own heart.
You may think so, but his wife was none too happy. Her name was Ludmilla, and she begged Brunswick 100 times to stay home, but he just couldn't be persuaded. Still, he loved her very much, so he took her ring and told her that unless someone came and showed her that ring during the next 7 years, she should wait for his return. But if he failed to return after 7 years, that would mean he would never return.
And what happened next?
Brunswick's party set out to sea, but didn't get far. They were drawn in by an island with a mysterious mountain of amber that holds all ships and prevents them from leaving. Over time, the men on the deserted island died of starvation, leaving only Brunswick, who noticed that once a year a great bird called Noh came to the island to hunt. And so the clever knight hid in his horse's hide at just the right time. And when the bird came, it mistook him for prey and carried him away. So Brunswick wandered on. After some time on the road, the prince came across something unprecedented. A duel between a lion and a 9-headed dragon. So, what do you think Brunswick did at that moment?
Well, considering what he later added to the coat of arms, I expect he helped the lion, eh?
Smart. Brunswick rushed to help the lion, and together they killed the dragon. And from that time on, they were stalwart companions. The lion even followed him all the way back to Bohemia. Except, by then, it was already too late. It had already been exactly 7 years to the day since Brunswick set off on his journey. His wife, Ludmilla, who had until that time valiantly resisted all suitors, was about to remarry. But at the wedding feast, Brunswick managed to drop the ring in her cup. So it all turned out well. For Brunswick, that is. Not so for Ludmilla's new groom, but the lion took care of that.
Where did Brunswick's armor come from?
It is said that George the Lion of Württemberg brought it here. He was the nephew of Lord Chenyak of Württemberg, who built Trusky. This George spent a lot of time with King Wenceslas. A suspiciously long amount of time, if you know what I mean.
I don't understand.
Don't worry too much about it. It's just an old wives' tale. And it is said that one day, a lion escaped from the king's menagerie, and George overpowered it with his bare hands and laid it at the king's feet, still alive. As a reward, Wenceslas gave young Württemberg the name Lion and the armor of his ancestor, Prince Brunswick. Only Sir George didn't live to enjoy it for long. He caught the plague at a tournament abroad and died on his way back to his king. Specifically, while visiting his uncle here at Trusky. Of course, the king wanted his armor back, but Lord Chenyek didn't want to give it to him, claiming he had the hereditary right to it. It looked like Wenceslas would lay siege to Trusky, but fortunately Lord Chenyek was completely destitute by then, so he sold all of Trusky and the armor to the king.
Well, if the king was so endeared with Brunswick's armor, why did he leave it here?
Because he didn't have any choice, my friend. He never found the armor. Lord Chenyek was as cunning as a fox. While he did leave the armor here, he never told anyone where. It's said he hid it so it could only be found by a true knight, each piece in a different place. Or so they say round these parts. Who knows if there's any truth to the tale?
And do you know where I could find Brunswick's armor?
Yes, lad, if it even really exists. But I do have a little bit of advice for you. Sir Chenyek, who they say hid the armor, left behind a riddle. It's a test that must be passed by whoever wants to find it. Do you want to hear it?
And how did that riddle go?
Wait, how was it? I've got it. Take your leave of crone and maiden, standing tall behind the gates. Boldly go towards true midnight. In caverns cold your prize awaits. Pass through the all of forest kings, hidden deep from hunter's gaze. Standing tall, 2 guards of stone, behind whom yearned for treasure lays. Between them stands a mighty rock, a subtle niche, yet deeper still, a place to give one's art to God. Behold, my armor gleaming still.
The crone and the maiden towards midnight. We've got east, west, midday, midnight. Bloody hell! I think I know where it is.
Really? Well, seems you've got something between your ears then, lad. And you know what? I've got something else for you. Sir George, who previously owned the armor, wanted to have a nice poleaxe made in Prague too, but he died of the plague before he could do it. I'm not too certain about Brunswick and his armor, but this is certainly true because I have a copy of George's order here. Here, take it as a keepsake. And now go.
Master Scribe?
What do you want?
I just came to see if you're working.
What does it look like?
Well, it looks to me that instead of writing, you're just scribbling nonsense.
God bless. And that's exactly what I'm paid to do.
Ah, carry on then.
Look out!
Don't cause any trouble. Got it?
Have you come to break some more stuff? Christ, pardon me. Have you come to break some more stuff? If you want something, wait till I've stopped being angry. And if you don't have anywhere to sleep, they'll look after you in Jelly.
What is it? Did you drop something?